Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, August 31, 2022. You can be a little more protective of your plans and feelings today, with the moon in your solar 8th house all day. However, Mercury begins its transit of an outgoing, creative area of your solar chart. Mercury's transit sparks up your creative side, particularly on a mental level. You're in a good position to enjoy learning, sharing, and connecting. The power of your words is evident, bringing new opportunities into your life, and word of mouth works well for you. Attractions can be more intellectual during this cycle, or you draw in people through your intelligence and wit. There is a more natural flow of communication and a mental focus on pleasure, fun, romance, entertainment, and creativity in the weeks ahead. You shine brightest when you speak from the heart. And with savvy Mercury making its annual debut in Pisces via your romantic 5th house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression, there are plenty of opportunities for you to express your heart's desires at this time. To top it off, upon the moon's shift into meticulous Virgo via your intimate 8th house of sex, shared resources, and collaborations, you're being encouraged to communicate and merge with your lover's mind, body, and soul in the process. Single or already romantically attached, one thing's for sure, you're feeling some type of way today, but you're standing in your power. Expect your mental stressors to be alleviated. Mercury has been transiting through Virgo, which was square to your sign. Today, Mercury leaves Virgo for Pisces, which now trines your sign and infuses your projects with artistic passion. Mental Mercury wavers in mutable Pisces, brimming with imagination. You can use this quality of Mercury in Pisces to imagine how your passion projects can be completed or even what it looks like once it is completed. However, try not to get lost in your daydreams since it is easy to lose track of time during this mercurial transit. While the moon's return to your financial sector yesterday has also seen it form a friendly aspect to Venus, the planet of money, it continues to find nothing but support as it makes its monthly visit. While this will always fuel your financial instincts and imagination and deliver valuable clues, hunches, and insights, there is also a new sense of confidence in the air. There is a world out there waiting to be discovered. Your increased dynamism will spur other people into joining in. Be flexible and spontaneous, maybe traveling to a new town or on a short journey. Rediscovering your own local area can also be very inspiring, and even more enjoyable in the company of others. Take a time out and hang out with your closest friends, the people you can completely and totally be yourself around. Time alone might be even better, just for a little while. You need to recharge. You feel independent, open to fresh experiences. Don't be rushed too quickly into anything, even if you've a real opportunity to get to know someone new and interesting. Irrespective of whether you fall hopelessly in love or have a set plan, your love life is evolving in new ways. Try to make them the best. There may be more on your list than you feel you can ever accomplish. Don't be discouraged because you can't do everything, or because you can't become the best at something tomorrow. Becoming overwhelmed will hinder your progress. The goal is to slowly open up to the voice inside of you that intuitively knows what is right at a given time in life. Health practices come and go. The point is to remain mindful so that you can sense when your needs change. Watch your pocketbook and spending today, especially if you have a gift to purchase. This day can enhance your generosity, which tends to be pretty strong anyhow. Consider putting your creativity to the test, rather than forking out the dough. Perhaps you can make something that will prove to even more special to the recipient. Give this a try and see what you come up with. Look for ways to make your gift as personal as you can. The stars align to give you a good read on money matters today, with the Sun spending his first and Mercury his last full day in your financial sector. This is a coming together of the Sun's clarity and foresight, and in retrograde motion, Mercury's smart head for money in hindsight, something that is putting light on where you have been and where you are going. In the meantime, Mars is urging you to make the most of his last weekend in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart. In between the Sun's departure from your relationship sector yesterday and Mercury, the planet of communications, return tomorrow, there is a chance to pause. Instead, the focus is more on making the most of Mars' last weekend in your romantic sector, and ahead of the Moon's return tomorrow, his romantic passions and fighting spirit are already becoming more urgent. Our eyes in the sky. Venus and Jupiter share a minor aspect, as do the North Node of Destiny in Chiron, creating an intense, goal-oriented vibe. This aspect can stir obsessiveness around status and work, which might verge on the unhealthy due to an opposition with Venus. There is danger that your drive and dedication to accomplish certain things will blind you and throw you off balance when it comes to matters of the heart. Insecurity about failure could be magnified, and trying to calm down could be hard. Your close relationships might not be able to understand or relate to this mental state, and there's a risk that this could cause problems. You also need to keep an eye out for controlling behaviors in others as well as yourself. There is also the potential for issues with maternal figures, so try to avoid any confrontations with your mother. As we move into the afternoon, a quincunx between the North Node and healing asteroid Chiron can inspire us to talk out and work through our issues. Unfortunately, this aspect is choppy, and the disconnect we're feeling with regard to others might not heal as easily as we'd like. Mercury and Uranus share a minor connection, and that combined with the over-the-top energy from Jupiter and Venus could take us to a brink that ends either in a blow-up or an agree-to-disagree handshake. Whichever direction you choose to go, you'll be feeling a lot lighter by bedtime. In the pre-dawn hours, the Moon enters Libra, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, we are increasingly preoccupied with achieving peace and harmony in our lives. We now realize that intentions set during the Virgo new moon are only achievable with the help of others. To this end, we seek out relationships with those who share our goals. We should simply be mindful not to adapt our objectives to appeal to social convention. It's possible to attain consensus without sacrificing our own needs. After sunup, the Libra moon aligns with Mercury, making us social. We want to be around people and exchange ideas. Conversations are pleasant but somewhat superficial. We can walk away from a dialogue feeling that we have just spent a good deal of time parroting another's opinions, or that another has done the same to us. There is nothing wrong with agreeing on points, but later in the day, we'll realize that we've talked in circles to avoid stepping on another's toes. That being said, if we are currently fighting over a difference of opinion, a consensus can now be reached.